Hi everybody, how's it going? Welcome to Mighty 1990, a new adventure game in development. This is the demo. I honestly don't know all that much about this. I saw it when I was looking through Steam Next Fest sort of stuff, and yeah, I thought it'd be quite cool to give it a try. If it is what it claims to be, I think it's going to be a very interesting concept. Also, you can toggle the CRT mode by using tab, which is pretty cool, very nostalgic. Let's start a new game and see what we're dealing with here. Narrator. Before we begin, a couple of things about this game. Mighty 1990 is a nostalgic love letter to the classics, even in how the interface works. It's a hybrid between a text adventure, a graphic adventure, a visual novel, and an RPG, which, as I was saying, sounds very, very interesting. That said, you won't be clicking around the graphic scenes. No pixel hunting, no hidden objects, everything you'll need is in the interface below. Just like the old school text adventures, you can even play without a mouse. Every action and interactive element is mapped to a key. Just press a number or the highlighted letter of an action and you're good to go. Okay, so we can either use the letter or the number. You can check out a full list of keys in the options controls menu, but really everything you need is already highlighted at the bottom of the screen. That's it for now. Enjoy your jump back to the past. And that's us, I think. Well, before we begin, let's sort out a few things about you. What's your name? This name will show up in dialogue, so maybe avoid something like XXX_superwarrior84_XXX. Sure, the protagonist is male, but hey, nothing stops you from naming him Juliet. So, what do we call him? We are going to call him Turian. My name's Turian. Very well, Turian, how old are you? And be honest, some dialogue depends on what kind of life you may or may not have had in 1990, so what's your age? I am not going to age myself completely, but I will say my age is between 30 and 40, so we'll go 30. I'm 30 years old. That is not actually my age. There we go. Very well, Turian, 30 years old. Let's say your age lines up pretty well with the characters. Perfect. Next question. What kind of person are you? This affects your starting stats. Thoughtful, charismatic, combative, lucky, intuitive. Honestly, I don't know. It'd be interesting to hear what some of you guys think would be the best one to do here. But see, I'm going to decide that I'm not making it about me. So, what would I like to be? I think I'd like to be lucky in a game. Yeah, let's go lucky. I once won a contest I didn't enter. True story. Impressive. Let's hope luck writes your resume too. Just so you know, your stats can shift later based on your in-game decisions. You can assign one more point even to the same stat if you want. So let me ask you again. What kind of person are you? This affects your starting stats. Okay, so we can be slightly different, or we can just go like super luck build. Should we be intuitive? Let's be intuitive. Sometimes I just get a vibe, and the vibe is usually right. A vibe-based lifestyle, what could go wrong? Just so you know, your stats can shift later based on your in-game decisions. Next question. What's your specialty? Hacker, musician, ninja. Oh, some good options. Should be a ninja? Let's be a ninja. Ninja? What the hell? But yes, obviously I choose ninja. Yeah. Maximum respect for ninjas in 1990, even if you're not exactly built for parkour. But hey, appearances can be deceiving. That's it. Double check everything's good to go. Otherwise, we'll wipe the slate clean. Yeah, fine. 0 intelligence, 0 charisma, 0 strength, but 1 luck and 1 intuition, and we're a ninja. It's perfect. Looks good to me. Let's do this. Perfect. Let's hit it. Here we are. It's the year 2025. You're a man of 30 years. Or a woman. Or non-binary. Or you identify as a VHS tape stuck in rewind. But let's say you're a man. We don't have the resources to support custom characters. Just making this one was a miracle. So yeah, it's the 2025 and you're a man of 30 years. It's an evening like many others. In a day like many others. You just want to unplug and have a little fun. You're staring at the screen hoping this intro will finally end. Almost done, I swear. What do you want to do? Continue the intro, skip the intro. Let's continue the intro. Continue the intro. I like your meta video game humour. I promise not to break the fourth wall too often, just occasionally. Let me welcome you to a pixelated universe bursting with cheesy nostalgia. Here's the thing. These choices aren't random. Everything has a reason, and to figure it all out, we need to go back to 1990. That's where it all began. Who we were, who we were and who will become. Oh, sorry. Who we were, who we are, and who will become. I was going to say, why is it who we were to us? And that's exactly where I'm sending you, to save the entire planet. You weren't even born in 1990, but that year, right at the turn of a decade, feels legendary to you. You saw it through nostalgic movies, and your eyes light up whenever you recognise the style. And your foot still taps on instinct when you hear a tune from back then. Or maybe you only listen to trap, and think 1990 is just boomer nonsense. That's fine too. Deep down, you know something shifted in 1990. Everything changed. Future historians will mark 1990 as the year where it all ended. Just like we now point to 476 for the fall of the Roman Empire. But you can still fix it. You can rewrite history. You can change what came after 1990. The fate of the universe, the future of humanity, and yes, even moccasins are in your hands. Or well, feet technically. I'm neutral. I'm here for two other things. Just tell me what to do. All you have to do is press a button, make the right choice, and you'll find yourself in 1990. Once there, find a way to contact Phil. He'll explain everything. And most importantly, he'll give you your mission. Are you ready, Turian? Perhaps. Yes, we're ready. We're ready. Go! 1990, here I come! Pretty cool opening. I'm like intrigued as to what's going on. Ah, look, nice Terminator poster. April 1990. One evening, like many others, you've just had dinner. You're in your room playing strip poker on your Amiga 500. Your name is Mike. Mike Bakalovsky. You're 44 years old. I know you thought you were Turian 30 years old, but that's another story. Or rather the same story, just from a different angle. For now, you're Mike. And you're cursing because Monique, the pixelated woman on the screen, just beat your two-pair. When suddenly you feel an uncontrollable urge to call Phil. Who the heck is Phil, you wonder, since you don't recall having any friend with that name. And yet somehow, deep down, you know it's absolutely vital that you talk to him. Yes, but Phil who? What's his last name, you keep asking yourself. No answer comes. You sit there in silence. Monique, still in her underwear, slaps you with a full house of jacks, but your mind's already elsewhere. You hear the rain drumming the streets of Three Ports, a town of 100,000 souls. Forgotten by God and by the Land Registry Office. You also hear your mother on the phone in the living room yelling to a friend loud enough for the whole block. Yes, you live with your mother. At 44, just the two of you. Your father ran off years ago. Your younger sister moved to another city. You never got married. The love of your life, Diane, left you 3 years ago for a Swedish policeman. And as if that wasn't enough, you've been unemployed for the last 6 months. You worked as a ninja for the I love that, for the secret services of Three Ports. But after Diane dumped you for Johan the Swede, you let yourself go. And for the last 3 years, you gave yourself over to cigarettes, beer, pizza, and cheap company, while binge-watching Growing Pains on VHS. Your muscles have long since abandoned ship. You're not exactly ninja material anymore. So yeah, not the brightest chapter of your life, but hey, no pressure. The fate of the world is in your hands. First things first, you have to call Phil. Yeah, but Phil who, you keep wondering, still shouting into the void. You'll figure it out. I believe in you. Alright, so, Chapter 1, Phil. Interesting. Inventory, we've got nothing at the moment. We can look at these things. Remember, we don't actually click anything on the screen. We use all the commands down here. We can use, look, talk. We're flicking our belly. Let's look at the bed. You've done some questionable things there, mostly alone. Oh no. How do you even know all this about me? What do you think? For your god cousin. It's probably God, right? You're some omniscient being who sees everything? Could be some kind of... No, never mind. So what? All in due time. Okay, let's look at the computer. Your Amiga 500, the greatest home computer of 1990. Boombox. Do you remember walking around with this on your shoulder, blasting Wild Boys? Very good. Okay, posters. You're 44 years old and still have posters on the walls like a teenager. I get it, it's your childhood room, but maybe it's time to declutter. Okay, closet. Lots of skeletons in there. And in the drawer, you figure it's just underwear, socks, tissues, and a stack of vintage porn mags at the bottom. Lovely. Can we use the computer? It really makes no sense to keep playing that strip poker game. You'd lose anyway. More importantly, you have a mission. Call Phil. Okay, so 1990 we would have a landline. So, hallway? Like the music, by the way. What have we got out here? Vinyl shelf, turntable, wardrobe, painting, and Ma's bedroom. Stacks of vinyls. Some are yours, but mostly belong to your mum. You always preferred cassettes. Got a turntable. Ready to spin records. Seems to still work. Wardrobe. Dusty coats no one wears anymore. The painting is a low-budget knockoff of Michelangelo's creation of Adam. We can't talk with anyone, so do we go to living room? I bet the phone's in the living room, right? Oh, she's on the phone. Your mother is deeply engaged in a high-stakes conversation about absolutely nothing important. That's irritating. Alright, can we use the TV? You fiddle with the buttons, but all you get is more white noise. So either fix the aerial or start believing in ghosts. Okay. How do we look at the aerial? TV, fridge, table, envelope. Why is there an envelope up there? You spot an envelope on top of the cupboard. Mysterious and frustratingly out of reach. Okay. A standard landline phone, a gateway to communication, and occasionally telemarketers. We obviously can't use it. You wouldn't dare use it while she's on the phone. That would awaken the beast, the devil. Satana, and you're not ready for that battle. Okay, so maybe there's a way we can distract her. Fridge hums quietly, filled with potential snacks and expired regrets. Alright, can we use the fridge? As tempting as raising the fridge sounds, now is probably not the time for a snack break. So we've got a basket here. A basket full of random junk, or treasures, depending on your standards. Okay, can we look at the basket? Let's see. Children's scissors, roller skates, and a cassette. Feels like a garage sale gone wrong. But hey, free stuff. Okay, so maybe we can play that. Can we talk to our mum? Ma, I need to use the phone, please. Maybe it's time to turn on the charm. Oh. Okay, dice roll, nice. Bonus 1 is 2 times charisma, but we've got 0 charisma. Okay. Minimum to win 12. We have got high luck though, so damn it. Nope, charisma won't cut it this time. Sorry, Lucy, my son is bothering me. No, stay away from the phone. I'm in the middle of something important, unlike you. Toes? Important? You've been talking for 2 hours about which pumice stone is best for your feet. Exactly, now leave me alone. Get lost. Sorry again, Lucy. You know how it is. Having him live here at 44 is no picnic. I hope he moves out soon. It's not very nice, is it? Okay, should we... Can we talk to her more, or is... Okay. Twin Peaks? But you've been talking about the first 2 episodes of Twin Peaks for 2.5 hours. You don't even know who killed Laura Palmer. Stop the wild theories. At least wait for the season finale. What do you know? It's clearly the log lady. Now go away. Shoo! Sorry again, Lucy. Okay, fine. She hopes we move out soon. Alright, can we go somewhere else? Maybe. Go to the toilet. Anything we... Well, that's dripping quite a lot, isn't it? Where can we go to here? Look at the mirror, the toilet, the shower, the cabinet, trash bin, sink candles. Can we use the toilet? Some things are meant to be done in private, even for a guy like me. Okay, fine. Can we look in the trash bin? You rummage through it, but there's nothing. Just like your hopes and dreams. Okay, fine. Let's go back to the hallway. Let's go to the mum... oh, we can't go to the mum's room. Living room or our room. Maybe we can play our new cassette, though. So let's try that. Use a cassette on the boombox. You slide the cassette into the boombox with the confidence of a rock star, and absolutely nothing happens. Maybe try pressing play. Just a thought. Okay, use the boombox. Damn, looks like the batteries are dead. You'll have to find a way to power it up. Okay, so maybe if we get like the TV remote or something. There's no, like, TV remotes here. Mother's bedroom. Some doors are better left closed for your own sanity. Okay. Let's go back to the living room. See if there's a TV remote somewhere. Phone book, envelope, table, fridge, TV. Telephone? I mean, can we... Don't think we can do anything with that. We've got the phone book. Maybe we could look at the phone book. Thick, heavy phone book. Ultimate directory of names, numbers, and regrettable business ads. Okay, can we use the phone book? Maybe we can, actually. There are 67,892 numbers in Freeport. You could check them all if you had a few years to spare. Okay. So... No, so there's... Okay. Can we... Envelope, table... And we could look at the table, I suppose. Table is just the whole thing's riveting. Is there anything we can take from it? Hey, a lighter! Guess it's my lucky day. Or someone else's unlucky day. Okay, so we've got a lighter. Can we light the candles in the bathroom with that? Use that on the candles. With a single flick, you awaken the mighty flames. Or, you know, just lit a candle. No big deal. Not sure how that's going to help us out. Do we have anything else in our inventory that might have batteries? We can combine things together. No, we don't. Alright, well, I'll tell you what, guys. We are actually out of time anyway. This is cool. It's, like, very unique, which I like a lot. It's not like a lot of adventure games that I play, honestly. It's, of course, very nostalgic, the way it's put together. But I love the way that you have some like mild RPG elements and text-based stuff and everything else. I think it's a really cool combination. I love the way it looks and that you can do this like CRT thing. I think that's awesome. I'm intrigued by what the hell is going on in the story and the way all that works. I like the music. I like the visuals. It's actually very, very promising. And I'm going to leave a link to this demo down in the description below so that you can go ahead and check it out for yourself. That is going to do it for this video. So as always, thank you very much for watching. A big thank you to my patrons, Arcades Games, Wayne, Nate, Paul from the Phantom Fellows, Lyle, Hobo, Numinous, Kumadim, Paulione, Flossie the Sheep, JohnCom555, Chrissy, Paul James, Salties, and Adventure Game Geek. And I'll see you next time.